Sir, live started, sir.
Okay, thanks, Akshay. Good evening. This is a great opportunity for learners of this course on literature and life to ask questions and clarify them for their own understanding of the course and also life. We have received any questions from the learners, and we have now a learner. We will wait for a few minutes. If there are questions from our participants of the course, then we may discuss them, interact them for a while, and then we will wind up. Good evening, Saurav. Good evening, Urmit Datta sir. Hope you are doing well. Are there some questions from Saurav and Urmit Datta regarding the course, or you can just share a few ideas of your own understanding of the course?
Am I audible?
Yes, sir, very much.
This course is designed very nicely,
Thank you, sir.
and some of the stories or novels taken here are
Yes.
quite interesting.
Mm.
I am happy with the content of this course.
Thank you very much, sir. Saurav was here, then he is away. If there are some other. Actually, sir, I have been teaching this course for our regular students here. Every year, it is one of the most satisfying semesters for me. I'm able to connect with my students, and they find the course very useful for them to clarify some of the situations that they face themselves in their own life. Hello, Pawan. Good evening. Pawan, do you have any questions or comments? Pawan Matthew, do you have some questions or comments for this moment? If you have any, you are welcome to ask me. Hello, Abhirami. Welcome. Good evening. Hello, Abhirami. Have you connected? Pawan Matthew, do you have any questions or comments? Abhirami is yet to connect through audio. Yes, Abhiram is connected. Hello, Abhirami, how are you? Pawan, Matthew, how are you? If you have any questions, comments, please share them. In case there are no questions, comments, we'll wait for a few more minutes and then end this interactive session. For your 12th week, have you received the assignments?
Not yet.
Not yet. You will have some samples of how to analyze some passages from the course for your end semester as well. Through that, the 12th week assignment gives you some understanding of how you can answer the questions for 20 marks in your end semester examination. On the screen, you'll find a passage. You have to read the passage and write a small paragraph in about 150 words about the theme, about human relationships, and poetic devices, literary devices, and takeaways, things like that. Whatever we have discussed in the course, you will be asked to write about them. Just a small paragraph of your own understanding of the passage. This time I have chosen to give all passages from the course. So you will not have any unfamiliar passage. Very short one, not long one. Because when you are reading on the screen, you can't move the screen up and down to understand. Comprehension will be hindered when you are reading a passage moving up and down. You have to write the answer on the screen at the same time. That will be difficult for you. So considering that, I normally choose about 10 lines or less than 10 lines, which you can see on the screen. Maybe sometimes if the poem is a 14-line poem, it may be 14 lines. But even here, I choose one section. Say, for example, in a sonnet, we have octave and sestet. So choose one part, not the other part. So some extracts, some passages we have. It's up to us to choose and respond to. We don't have to read the whole passage to identify the theme or language used or literary devices used, the human relationships or the kind of complicated relationships that we find in our life, and some kind of reflection on life, and finally takeaways. Hello, Varadan. Good evening. You are unmuted. You can speak. Do you have any questions, comments for this course? We may not meet again. Your exam is due. You may face your examination soon.
I have got inherent weakness in poetic devices and literary devices. It is very difficult to overcome that weakness.
Not so difficult, sir. For example, oxymoron. Recently, I listened to a person who was saying harmless samosa. Samosa is generally harmful because it uses maida and also it is um, uh, fried or boiled in oil. So how can a samosa be harmless? So some well-known examples from your own experience, you can identify and help yourself. So with that, happy objects. For example, I came across another recent instance, happy objects. We attribute the emotion of happiness to objects. So we transfer our own qualities. You can consider this to be uh, personification, attributing human qualities to objects or trees and things like that. Hello, Nisha. Hello, Naina Shukla. Welcome. you had come another 2-3 minutes late, you would not be able to see us. We would have closed this. Just, I think Meher, Nisha, and Naina are connecting through their audio.
May I ask one question?
Please, sir, this is meant for that purpose. Ask any question you want.
For 20 marks, you will be having 5 questions, isn't it?
No, only 4 questions.
4 questions.
5 marks for each question.
Acha. And for remaining 80 marks, how many questions? 80 or 40?
Actually, we will have 30 plus 10, sir. First 10, next 15, next 15, like that we have, sir. Each one will have 2 marks.
That's fine.
Yes, sir. Totally, we will have 20 marks, even 100 marks.
And
We
everything,
have something like 44 questions, not more than that. Yeah, 10 plus 15 plus 15. True or false, 10. This one answer, MCQ 15, MSQ multiple answers 15 plus 4 passages. That's it.
and this entire 80 marks will be from the syllabus, what we have read so far.
Even these 20 marks also you will have from the syllabus only. Nothing is from outside.
So
All
that's
100
fine.
marks you will have only from the syllabus.
That's fine.
What I felt was even regular students don't have enough time to read all the texts, and learners of this course working in different places, finding it difficult to read all the texts. It may be somewhat troublesome for them. So I thought I'm becoming more and more considerate of the learners who are taking this course. Abhinami, Nisha, Naina, Shukla, Pavan, Vardhan, if you have any questions, please do ask. Otherwise, we can very well wind up now. Oh, somebody, Srija has come. Gauri also has joined. Normally, we begin at 7. 7 means 7. We don't delay. Hello, Gauri. Can you hear me? Srija? Yes. There is some noise from Srija's mic. Anybody else?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Vardhan. Please share your thoughts.
Sir, I have doubt about the exam pattern of literature and life, sir.
Yes, sir, please ask me.
Sir, what is the exam pattern? How many questions will come in the exam?
Totally, you will have 44 questions. First 10 questions, one section called true or false. Second section, MCQ, single answer choice. You have to choose from 6 options. Third section is about multiple selection. That means you have to choose more than one answer. And the last one, there is no choice, only 4 questions. Well, some prose piece, some poetry piece, some piece from drama, and one from short stories. Normally, I don't give you a passage from the novel because it may be difficult for some to read the entire novel and remember the passages. But all others, drama, short stories, poetry, and prose pieces, they are just 3-4 pages of text. Or poems are simply less than half a page sometimes. So you can read them and you can identify them. And actually, all the analysis that we have done, if you remember, you can do well.
Okay, sir.
Thank you. Anybody else?
Sir, when the exam date, sir? Exam
date, sorry, I don't remember it.
28th April.
28th April.
Yes, 2020.
Thank you, sir. You will find it in your portal. I didn't notice it. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Yes, I see more students joining now. More the merrier. Welcome. Some noise is coming from somebody's mic. Please mute so that we don't get the noise. When you speak, please unmute yourself and speak. Anybody else? We have many participants now. Abhirami, Ambiha, Gauri, Harini Priya, Harshini, Kalpana, Nisha, Nagalakshmi, Naina, Pavan, Shafna, Vardhan. So many participants are there. At least each one, if you ask one question, we can go up to 7:30. Anybody else having any other question? This time I did not prepare any PPT. Tanusri, I see somebody, Tanusri. Anybody else? Please do ask questions or comments, or you can just share your experience of reading the text or listening to the video. Did you can relate to your experience in our regular course here? I make it a compulsory point that everybody must write about their own experience. They do write and they share their rich experiences. For me, it's a learning experience too. Hello, Priyadashini. Anybody who wants to ask questions or simply share your thoughts? Many of us who have read literature would not have systematically thought about literature and life like this, as I have done in this course. So if you want to share some of your experiences, you may. Shafana, you want to say something?
Yes, sir.
Vardhan, you want to say something?
Yes, sir.
Please.
So I think literature gives us the good knowledge to live our life, and uh, it's best way to live a better manner. This gives us the ethical ways how to live and other things.
Very true. Literature is a kind of guide to our life.
Yes, sir.
Very true. Anybody else? By any chance, some of you teaching literature in your colleges and schools? If you are there, if any teacher is there, you can share your experience. How you were teaching earlier, now how you are teaching after doing this course. This course is also useful for you for faculty development program purpose. This certificate, you can use it to gain some points for your career growth. Anybody? Or if there are some students studying in colleges, they can share their experience, how their teachers teach and how you are learning from this course. More people are coming, but questions and comments are not coming.
May I
Yes,
share,
sir, please.
may I share my uh, experience?
Yes, sir, please.
I was connected to literature in my school days.
Okay.
Then, due to my personal interest, I studied some novels, etc. Then my father was very much interested in English poetry.
Okay.
Even at the age of 80,
Oh,
he could quote without seeing any paper
very good.
Shelley, Keats, Byron, or
Hmm.
speeches from Bach and other.
Okay.
That made interest, and my Bengali teacher in the class recited about English poem, etc. That made me interested. But in my professional life, I was an engineer.
Mm.
and I served industry for 30 years.
Mm.
Then I joined academics,
Mm.
but that too in engineering for 17 years.
Okay.
And at the fag end of my academic career,
Mm.
I switched for NPTEL courses
Mm.
and mostly humanities.
Okay. Okay.
And I have completed so far 32 certificate courses.
Excellent. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you very much. And I find some link for all these courses. And
Yes,
this
sir.
entire course of 32, and I am to appear for 5 more.
Mm.
That is giving me some conception about literature
Mm.
that makes me interested in these courses by NPTEL.
Thank you so much, sir. You have been a great learner of this, supporter of this NPTEL program. I'm very glad to hear that you have completed. All of them are humanities courses, 32 courses?
Mostly.
Mostly.
One in engineering,
Ah.
one in management,
Mm.
and 4 in arts, drawing, painting, etc.
Mm.
2 psychology,
Mm.
and all the rest are humanities, English literature.
If you have many such courses, something like the NPTEL office has a program called domain expert or domain knowledge expert, something like that. You may receive one certificate, sir.
Most probably it will be very difficult for me to obtain
Why not? Why, sir?
because there is a subject,
Uh,
cultural studies, that is
okay.
very difficult to get 55.
Oh,
That is there is a limit.
okay.
You have to get more than 55%.
Okay. 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 Scoring
Cultural
is
studies is a
important.
very
Oh,
difficult subject.
yeah, yeah. Scoring is important to get that right. Okay. Okay. All right.
But
Hello, Nikita. Say yes, sir, please.
even otherwise, I am happy what I have learned so far.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. You are an inspiration for all the other learners in college and university. Students are doing, they complain about spending time for reading. And here you are on your own, you have done so many courses. Thank you, sir. Kalpana, do you have something to ask or say?
No, sir.
Okay, all right. Anybody else? Anybody who
Sir.
wants to ask questions, comments, please do.
Sir,
Yes, Varadhan.
sir, I have a question. Why we are living in the universe?
That's a wonderful question, Varadhan. Why do we live? First, you
Yes, sir.
start. One question comes before this. Why are we born?
Yes,
Then
sir.
only you can exist,
Sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
Personally, I don't know really why we are born, but we know how we live. There is a choice for us to know how we can live. In the
Okay,
case
sir.
of being born, we don't have a choice. We are born. That is a given. But how we live our life, ethically or unethically, with some meaning, without some meaning, helping others or harming others, with some sense of goal, achievement, we can live our life. That is where some of these literary texts, what is the purpose of life? A father can go to the post office for 5 years without a day being missed, and he wants to get a letter from his daughter. That is his goal of life. So people live for so many reasons, but the main reason is people want to get connected with their own kith and kin, their own relatives, or someone known to them, not somebody who is not known to them. How do you connect with somebody who is not known to you, but with our own children, with our own parents, with our own fellow human beings who are in our neighborhood? We want to get connected, and getting connected makes some sense of a life. So Varadan, I'm sorry, I'm not a philosopher, or even if a philosopher gives you an answer, that may not be satisfactory, because academic answer will not help us in this case. Why do we live? We live for understanding why we are born. And in some cases, we are able to understand why we are born. And that is where the destiny, the goal, what is the purpose of the avatars of so many gods and goddesses we have in our country or in mythologies? Why do some great legendary characters in epics on big stories, we are told such stories? Uh, for example, Buddha. Why did Buddha come to the world? He came to the world to tell us one sentence only: desire is a root cause of all evil, like that. So each one has some role to play in this universe. I did not know why I became a teacher, but later I understood that I can understand something about life which I can share with others, so that with that understanding they can negotiate their own critical situations in their own life. That's the end of it. For me, I was able to find it. Many students, many colleagues, listen to me or they speak to me just to get some sense of clarity when they have some difficult times. So I'm happy with that. But then, have I answered your question?
Yes, sir.
We are born in this world to know why we are born. And then if
Okay.
we know it, we do it. If we don't know, we can't do it. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you for asking such a wonderful question. Though yeah, very extremely very difficult question. Anybody else?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Anybody else? Don't worry whether you are asking ordinary questions or difficult questions, it doesn't matter. Life is all about, we are here to learn from experience, learn from books, and experience is the best teacher. Okay, if I think I read out all the names. Uh, yeah, Priyadarshini, do you have any question? Sivaranjani is not connected by audio, so she can't ask questions. Everybody is connected by audio. Priyadarshini, please go ahead. No? Okay, all right. Anybody else? So, uh, I thank you all for participating in this course, and it gives me a great sense of satisfaction that I could be of some help to learners all over the country. Yes, Nisha, you want to say something? Meher Nisha?
No, sir, I accidentally texted.
Okay, all right, all right. That is also an answer. Life is an accident. Just it happens. And if it is an accident, we may not be able to attach some meaning to it. But if we add some meaning, then it becomes purposeful. If we believe in even accidents are meaningful, then it's wonderful. It's all about our outlook, our approach to life. So, shall we wind up the meeting now? Urmi Brata sir,
Yes, sir.
shall we wind up the meeting now? You are the one to speak often, and Vardhan, shall we close the meeting?
Okay, sir.
Thank you so much. Thanks for your time for joining this meeting, live meeting today. Even if you don't have any question now, if you have some other question, please send them through your mail portal and that discussion forum. I almost once a day or once in 2 days I see the mail, and if there is some question, I try to respond, and hope you'll be able to write your exams very well without much difficulty. Please go through the videos and some texts which are available to you, so you will be able to answer most of them well. All the very best. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Your
sir.
leave now.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. All the very
Sir,
best to
thank
all of you. Thank you.